All right, everyone, and we're back with event number 2 for Infinite Strength Games 2015. I'm going to be introducing the RX event number 2, which is a 1K row buy-in, followed by 3 rounds of 20 wall balls, 20 pounds for the men, 14 pounds for the women, 15 chest-to-bar pull-ups, 10 overhead squats at 155 for the men, 105 for the women, and 5 muscle-ups.
And for the intermediate division, we will also start with 1,000-meter row, followed by 3 rounds of 20 wall balls at 20 pounds, 14 for the women, 15 toes to bar, 10 front squats at 155 and 105, and 5 burpee chest to bar pull-ups for the males, and 5 burpee pull-ups for the females.
And now to the movement standards for event number 2. All right, and now the movement standards for event number 2 for the RX division. So the RX division workout is a 1K row, followed by 3 rounds of 20 wall balls, 15 chest to bar pull-ups, 10 overhead squats, and 5 muscle-ups. Okay? We're not going to really talk much about the rower. Your judge will set the rower to 1K. It will count down. As soon as you pulled all the way through to 0, then you'll be called off the rower, where you will start your 3 rounds. So first movement we'll talk about is the wall ball. Before James demonstrates a few, pretty simple, guys. All we're looking for is that the hip crease is below the knee. You hit the 10-foot target. It'll be a 10-foot target for the male and the female athletes. Good. A few things with the wall ball. As far as rebounding reps go, so if you drop the ball, you cannot pick it back up and then go right back into the next rep. So these would be no reps. Okay, and then the last thing, we don't care if you open up your hip from the floor. So for example, James could just pick up his ball, squat, and go right into his first rep or whatever rep he might be on at that time. Good. All right, next movement. So chest to bar pull-up, 3 variations. You guys could do a strict chest to bar. Good. You could do a kipping chest to bar, or you could do a butterfly chest to bar. Awesome. Really, guys, all we're looking for is that you hit the middle of the chest, so you're clearly below the collarbone as far as brushing on the bar, and that you make full extension at the bottom with each rep as far as the arms go. Okay? Next movement, we'll talk about the overhead squat. So similar to the wall ball, guys, what we're going to look for, and a few things here, James, first. You guys can power snatch it and go into an overhead squat. Good. Let's go back to the floor. You guys could squat snatch it, go into your first overhead squat, etc. You guys could even do a push jerk and then go into an overhead squat if you have awesome shoulder mobility. Awesome. So now let's talk about the movement standards. Okay? All we're looking for, guys, is that your hip crease is below the knee. So James, let's do another one. Good, so hip crease below the knee, stand up. So we got open knee, open hip, and then shoulders fully extended overhead. So that's the overhead squat. Last one, guys, is the muscle up. So this one's similar to chest to bar as far as every rep we're going to look for full extension of the arm at the bottom of each rep, and then full extension of the arms at the top of each rep. Good, so full extension at the top, let's do one more. Full extension at the bottom. Full extension and rest. Awesome. Pretty simple on the muscle up. Make sure that you guys do lock out before going into your next kip for your next muscle up. Okay? And those are the movement standards for event number 2 for the RX division. All right, and now for event number 2 for the intermediate division, these are going to be the movement standards. So just like the RX, you guys are going to start with a 1K row buy-in. Then you'll complete 3 rounds of 20 wall balls, 15 toes to bar, 10 front squats, and then 5 burpee chest to bar pull-ups for the guys and burpee pull-ups for the ladies. All right, let's start with the wall ball. So wall ball, guys, pretty simple. All we're looking for is hip creases below the knee. You guys are going to hit the 10-foot target. Good. No rep would be if you try to do a rebounding wall ball. So the ball drops, you pick it up and go into the next rep. These would be no reps. And then the last thing, you guys don't have to open up the hip when you start your first squat or whatever rep you are on. You could just go right into the squat and then 10-foot target. Awesome. Next movement, we'll go toes to bar. Really quick, let's talk about it and then we'll have James demo a few. So first thing, arms have to always be fully extended, so no flexion in the elbow. Number 2, the feet have to touch at the exact same time, so feet are gonna touch the bar at the same time. And then third thing, the heel has to pass or break the basically the line of the pull-up bar. So it needs to pass beyond the line of the pull-up bar and the backswing. So James is going to demonstrate a few. So heel behind, toes touch, heel behind, toes touch. Good, all good reps. Awesome. So those are the toes to bar standards. Next we're going to go front squat. So a few different variations. One, you can power clean it. Good, then go into your front squat. Good, you could hang power clean it. And then go into your front squat. And then you could squat clean it, go into your front squat, or hang squat clean. Okay, go ahead, rest. All we're looking for, guys, is hip creases below the knee, the knees in full extension at the top, and then the hips in full extension, barbell controlled in the front rack at the top. All right, next movement, burpee chest to bar. So burpee, guys, we're looking for the quad and the chest to be touching the floor. Hop up. For the chest to bar, you got to get to the middle of the chest, tap the bar. You could do a strict pull up, or you could do a burpee and then a kipping pull up. You could also do a burpee and a butterfly pull up.
Nope.
Good. All three would be good variations. And then females will be burpee, regular pull up, chin over bar. Good, you can rest, James. So you could do a burpee strict for the ladies, you could do a burpee kipping, you could do a burpee butterfly. Okay? All we're looking for, chest to deck, make sure the quads are touching also at the same time. Hop up, any variation of a pull-up. Okay? Those are the movement standards for event number 2 for the intermediate division.